to the person that we are going to write. I mean, maybe it depends. I don't know if it's an informal WhatsApp, or maybe it is an informal email. I don't know, maybe for the job or something like that. It depends a lot, maybe, I think.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Veronica. What do you think, Edgar? What is an appropriate style in writing?
Yeah, it depends. I think it depends. For what is the writing you are writing. Maybe if you are writing something academic, you need a more formal style, and you need to use other kind of words when you write maybe some scientific texts, or as the partner said, maybe you want to get a job, you need to write in a formal context.
Okay, yes, like your classmate said. Excellent, very good, Edgar. Pamela, have you ever written a formal letter?
No, teacher.
Not ever?
No.
Not even at work? Okay. What about you, Omar? Have you ever written a formal letter?
Hi, teacher. So, sometimes, teacher, I believe the appropriate style in writing, we have to follow some rules, and we have to write very, very polite, and even, for example, if you have to write a letter for my director, I have, or to my principal, I have to put first Mr., Miss, or the, I don't know how to say, for example, a doctor, you have to put the occupation, or the, we have just to write in a polite form. That is my point of view, teacher.
Very good, thank you. Well, let's learn a few words. Siaklil, can you help me reading the first one and its meaning, please?
Yes, expository. Writers use the Writers use the expository style when they are trying to explain a concept. Expository writing is fact-based and doesn't include the author's opinions or background. It's basically giving facts from the writer to the reader.
Okay, using your own words, what's the meaning of expository text?
Is the person that give exposition about some topic for the auditory?
Okay, it's to explain a concept. Yes, it only uses, or it's only about facts. Not about opinion. It's just giving facts and information, to the readers. Okay, thank you. Cecilia, can you help me reading the second word, please, and its meaning?
Descript, pero teacher, luego el cuadrito bien chiquito. No alcanzo a ver la letra, perdón. No sé si es mi computadora, disculpe. Sorry.
Okay, don't worry. Aldo, can you help me, please?
Hello, teacher.
Hello.
Sure. It's a descriptive writing is, as you may guess, when the author describes something. The writer could be describing a place, person, or an object, but descriptive writing will always include lots of details so the reader can get a clear and complete idea of what is being written about.
Okay, Aldo, using your own words, what is the meaning of describing style?
I think it's like when the writer tries to describe something. It can be like a place, a person, an object, or something, but it's a way to tell about the thing with very much detail in it. So the reader can understand better what is going on.
Excellent, yes. Now describing persons, places, or objects, using as many details to make it clear and complete for the readers. Very good, excellent. Omar, what about narrative?
Narrative. Writers who use the narrative style are telling a story with a plot and characters. It's the most common writing style for fiction, although no fiction can also be narrative writing as long as is focused on characters, what they do, and what happens to them.
Okay. So using your own words, Omar, what's the meaning of a narrative style?
So it's using only for the for writing for fiction and focus on them, on these characters, and it say what they do and what's happened to them. So a short story about these characters.
Exactly, it's telling a story. Very good, it's about telling a story, like in a fairy tale, como una historia de hadas, de cuentos. Yes, could be fiction and non-fiction stories as long as they focus on characters. Puede ser de ficción o no, siempre y cuando se enfoque en contar historias sobre los personajes y lo que les pasa a ellos. Además, debe de tener un trama, un plot. Very good, Omar. Thank you. Now, Meredith, persuasive.
When you're trying to persuade the reader to think a certain way or do a certain thing, you'll use persuasive writing to try convince them. Your end goal could be to get the reader to purchase something you're selling. If your job, give a acquaintance of yours a job, or simply agree with your opinion on a topic.
Okay, using your own words, Meredith, what's the meaning of persuasive style?
Persuasivo.
Exactly. It means to persuade somebody or the readers to do or think in a certain way. Hacer que los lectores crean o piensen o hagan de alguna manera algo, tratando de convencerlos. El objetivo final sería, por ejemplo, venderles algo, que te den un trabajo, que piensen o estén de acuerdo en alguna opinión. Very good, thank you. Well, let's continue. Edgar, can you help me reading the next part? How to write in a appropriate style, identifying the text type and purpose.
Okay. You need to know what kind of text you want to write and the purpose of it. There are three most common types of texts: expository texts, narrative texts, and argumentative texts. Using prepositions of time and place, in, on, and, at, are all examples of prepositions that serve multiple purposes. These three words are capable of showing a relationship to both time and place, depending on how you use them.
Okay, thank you. I think we have covered this part, identifying the text and the purpose, right? We already know that there are three most common types of text: expository, narrative, and argumentative, right? Sabemos que hay tres tipos, los más comunes de textos o formas de escribir, estilos, que sería el expositorio, el narrativo y el argumentativo. Estos ya los cubrimos, los vimos en la parte anterior. I hope there are no doubts about this. Espero que no haya dudas. So, using prepositions of time and place. Vamos a utilizar también las preposiciones de tiempo y lugar para poder hacer como una unión, la relación que existe entre el tiempo y el lugar para poderlo adaptar a nuestro texto. Okay, Pamela, give me an example with in of time, used as a preposition of time. Pamela, ¿estás ahí? Pamela, ¿estás ahí? Okay, Julieta, give me an example with in as a preposition of time.
In this moment, I'm working.
Okay, thank you. Sid Atli, give me an example with on as a preposition of time.
On Saturday, we need to work in the schedule for this semester.
Okay, thank you. Veronica, the same thing now with at.
With at, it could be I get up at 7 a.m.
Okay.
Yes.
And by the way, it's at this moment. Okay. Esa era para la primera persona que me apoyó. Okay, very good. Yes. Now, Cecilia, use in as a preposition of place.
Un ejemplo de in sería in the morning.
Ok, pero en el de lugar.
De lugar. In the house.
Ok, very good. Verónica, on as a preposition of place.
I leave my books on the table.
Okay. I left my books on the table, or I am leaving my books.
I get it right. I'm leaving my books.
Don't worry. Okay, Meredith, at as a preposition of place.
What is the meaning of at?
At en específico. No te preocupes. En un lugar en específico. For example, the cat is at the window. El gato está en la ventana.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Now, let's continue. Welcome, Rafael. Can you help me, by the way, Rafael, reading noticing style, please? ¿Me podrías apoyar leyendo la parte de noticing style?
Yes. Noticing style. There are for many working style which
are commonly
recognized. Expositor, descriptive, narrative, persuasive. Using appropriate language. It's very important to use language to give me because my
your screen, tu pantalla. Ajá. Too narrow, está muy angostita. And you cannot read. Okay, don't worry. That's okay. Thank you, Rafael. Aldo, can you help me with the next part, using appropriate language, please?
Yes, you just read it?
Yes, and then you are going to explain it for us.
Using appropriate language. It's very important to use language that fits your audience and matches your purpose. Inappropriate language uses can damage your credibility, undermine your argument, or alienate your audience.
Okay, using your own words, Aldo, what's the meaning of that?
It says that we need to think before we talk about how we're going to express ourselves, depending of the audience to we are going to talk, and what is the purpose of that talking. So,
okay, to choose the correct words, to choose the correct language, right?
Style,
according to the audience. Escoger las palabras, el vocabulario, la manera correcta para acercarnos o hacer contacto con nuestra audiencia, además de que cumpla con los propósitos de escribir.
Exactly.
Inappropriate language uses can damage your credibility. Usar lenguaje inapropiado puede dañar tu credibilidad, puede minimizar tu argumento y puede, ¿cómo lo podríamos decir? Distanciar o enemistarse con la audiencia. Para los chicos en general, de niveles iniciales y un poquito más avanzados, there are here some words, that I want you to pay attention to. Hay algunas palabras que me gustaría que le pusieran atención aquí. Son muy importantes, son muy prácticas y les van a ayudar o los van a apoyar a incrementar un poquito su nivel. Empecemos con fits. Fits es que les va, les queda, ¿ok? Propósito. Bueno, inappropriate, inapropiado. Damage, daño. Credibility, credibilidad. Undermine, ¿la habían escuchado? The meaning of undermine. What's the meaning of undermine? Cuando lo expliqué, ¿lo pudieron alcanzar a identificar? Anybody? ¿Nadie?
No, teacher.
No, okay. Undermine means minimizar. Okay. Minimizar.
Quebrantar.
Ajá. Quebrantar tu argumento. En este caso es el argumento. Alienate significa, a ver si lo puedo pronunciar bien en español. Enemistarse con la audiencia o enemistarse con lo que sea, ¿sale? Sería distanciar, también provoca que se distancie. Ok. And Now, Edgar, can you help me with the next? Before moving on, guys, do you have any questions? ¿Tienen alguna duda sobre alguna palabra en el texto? Creo que sería importante. I think it would be very helpful for you to write notes about this part. Sería bueno que tomaran notas respecto a estas palabras. Son muy buenas tenerlas presentes. Sería muy bueno para ustedes, muy, muy útil. Okay, as I was saying, Edgar, can you continue generating ideas, please?
Yes, teacher. The first step is coming up with ideas and deciding what you want to write about. Generating ideas is the least methodical and the most creative step in writing.
Okay, excellent pronunciation, Edgar. Tell me, what's the, using your own words, can you explain that part for us?
Yes. Okay, the meaning of this paragraph is maybe that you need to think first and organize your ideas before you write about, and then you can generate the good ideas that you need to explain in your writing.
Excellent, Edgar. Exacto, el primer paso sería primero como hacer una lluvia de ideas, generar las ideas y luego ya poderles dar un cuerpo, pero primero hay que hacer como, sería como el primer paso, ¿no? Generar las ideas así como vayan fluyendo y después ya darles una estructura. Thank you, Edgar. Okay, next part, exercise. Write a letter to your younger self. Think of a subject you want to address, like a significant event, and compose a letter to your younger self, as if you were a separated person. Offer advice or send a message to you wish you had received when you were a child or a young adult. Vamos a ver. Vamos a escribirnos una carta, les voy a dar alrededor de 10 minutitos, menos, yo creo unos 5. No va a ser como una carta totalmente, como para los básicos y iniciales, con que me escriban 2, 3 rengloncillos. Si pueden más, 5, sería genial. Para los demás vamos a esforzarnos un poco más. Hay que escribirnos una carta a nosotros mismos, a nuestro ser más pequeño, cuando éramos niñas o cuando éramos niños, dándole un mensaje, recordándole un evento significativo o dándole algún mensaje o algún consejo, ¿vale? Try to do it by yourselves, guys. Traten de hacerlo ustedes solos y ustedes solas. Remember, I am here for you, guys. Recuerden que aquí estoy para ustedes. Y if you want, after doing this, you can share your answers. Después de esto, si gustan, pueden compartir su carta.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
I wanted to say that cuando quieras, it could be whenever you want.
Yes.
Okay, I think that was my question. Thank you.
That's okay. Okay, who wants to share? Yeah, Aldo, if you want to go further or if you want to write more, go ahead. But I don't think we are going to have enough time. So just a paragraph or two would be very nice. Yes, Veronica, go ahead.
Yes, I want to share. I don't know if it's correct.
Don't worry about that.
A lot of questions, I'm not sure. Okay, it says, hi, young me. This is better from the future. Right now you are 20, I'm now 29 years old. So I want to give you some advices that probably you will need. The first one is, please don't overreact to the problems. You will be able to handle them. Handle them?
Yes.
Manejarlos? Yes? Yeah. Okay, number 2, try to meditate and please don't run. You have plenty of time.
Very good.
Number 3, study more. The things that you love in the future, in the future, what you love will be popular. And yes, because I love languages. I'm studying a lot of languages. Okay, the number 4, and this is the last one. Please go out more. Spend time with your friends, because whenever you want it, whenever you want, you wouldn't be able to do it.
Yay, very good. Excellent, Veronica. Thank you very much for sharing. That was excellent. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, it was correct because I had a lot of troubles with the structure.
Yeah, there are a few things that you can improve, but I think it's very, very nice. Very moving. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Veronica. Anybody else?
Very short.
Okay, don't worry. Go ahead.
Say, hello, little Aldo. I am giving you this advice. Study harder and also save money since you are a little kid until 2009, and then spend all that money in Bitcoins. Buy millions of it. You're welcome. And by the way, don't trust that girl. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Aldo. Very nice. Okay, guys, do you want to hear mine?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dear little me, I have not spoken to you in such a long time. It's your older self here writing you this letter. I hope you are well. You don't have to be strong all the time. You don't have to be brave at every turn. You don't have to be whole to be full love. Give yourself compassion. We are doing the best we can. You are not alone. You can do this, Pily.
Good.
Nice. That's nice.
Thank you, guys. Anybody else?
I miss.
Okay, go ahead.
Mine is very short. Hi, Jules. I'm here to remind you of those when games and grandmother house. What your cousin and your lawn allowed. Enjoy again this moment.
Okay, thank you, Julieta. Very good. Well, let's continue, guys. Now, these are parts of a text: date, la fecha, greeting, el saludo, body, el cuerpo, conclusion, la parte de la conclusión, closing, la despedida, and signature, la firma. So we are going to read the text, the following parts of the text, and you are going to tell me which is the order and which is the part, okay? Number 1. What part is it, Rafael? Sorry. Dear Human Resources Director. So which part do you think it's that one?
Is director?
What? Sorry?
Dear editor?
Okay, that would be the greetings. Very good. The greetings, yes.
Okay.
Meredith, which is number 2? ¿Cuál sería la siguiente?
What is the body?
Okay, that would be the body. Very good. Omar, number 3. Omar?
Oh, yes, sorry, teacher. My mic is off. Okay, it was off. Number 3 is the date.
Excellent. Luis Miguel, number 4. Tu micrófono está apagado, Luis.
Disculpe, ¿la dirección?
Exactly, the address. Very good, yes.
Yes.
Cecilia, number 5.
Is body.
Excellent. No, number 5, no. Number 5, sorry. It would be...
Conclusion.
Conclusion, very good, yes. Siaxitl.
6, teacher.
Yeah.
Closing.
Closing, very good. Number 7, Veronica.
The signature.
Excellent. That would be number 6 as well. Porque aquí también tenemos.
Right.
Y el número 7 would be just the type of text. Solo sería el tipo de texto, right? Business letter, una carta de negocios. Very good. Well, now we are going to watch a video, guys, about how to write for your audience, okay?
How to write for your audience. You should consider your audience. Your audience is the person or group of people who may read your writing. Knowing your audience will help you determine what they already know, what is important to them, and how you can make your writing as meaningful as possible. You can tailor your writing to your audience by choosing a writing style that will best suit them. Style is the way your writing sounds. Just like we wear different styles of clothing depending on the occasion, we use different writing styles depending on our audience. One important element of style is word choice. You may choose language that is formal or informal. Formal language is more serious and academic, while informal language is more casual and conversational. You should also consider your audience's current understanding of the topic to choose the vocabulary that is the most appropriate for them. Another important element of style is tone. Tone is the attitude or feeling of your writing. To determine the appropriate tone for your audience, consider how you feel about the subject and how you want your audience to feel. So let's look at some examples of how I can tailor my writing to fit my audience. Let's say I'm writing an informative report about the history of New York City. If I'm writing a report for my teacher, I'll use a formal tone and include detailed descriptions to show what I know about the topic. If I'm writing for an audience of other students who live in New York, I'll probably use a more informal tone, and I'll need to consider what they might already know. Or maybe I'm writing a narrative story about when I visited New York City. I should think about how I want my audience to feel and what might make the story interesting to them. I may use a serious tone if I want to tell the audience about a stressful experience I had there, but I'll use a more lighthearted tone if I want to describe the fun places I visited. If I'm writing a persuasive essay to convince others to visit New York City, I should consider whether the audience already has an opinion on this topic and which reasons and examples would be the most persuasive to them. If I want to convince my parents to take me, I'll need to think about any concerns they may have and use that information to choose convincing reasons. If I'm writing to persuade other kids to visit, I may focus on the fun activities kids can do in the city. So before you begin writing a draft, consider your audience. Use what you know about your readers to help determine the style of your writing.
So, what do you think about the video? Guys, what do you think about the video?
I think that, well, I didn't know that it's really important to check the attitude or feelings that we are going to have when we are writing. So we can talk or we can, ¿cómo se dice? Llegar to the people that we are going to showing that writing. I mean, it's not the same if I want to talk to students or kids or teenagers that if I want to talk to an adult person, or also if it's a narrative story with a plot or like a book, something like that. That is not the same if it has a narrative or different topic. I don't know.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Veronica. Thank you. That was, you got a point in there. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else? ¿Alguien más? Go ahead, Rafael.
Thank you. It's a very important now these tools for the write the letters because it's important to the message entregar.
To give.
Okay. In the correct form because it's not similar. The audience to give to the message in a appropriate message or that or express it the message in the correct form.
Okay, very good. Right. Thank you, Rafael. Well, guys, if you don't have anything else to say or a comment or to share something else, the class it's over, unless somebody else wants to say something, to share something, to comment something. ¿Alguien que quiera comentar algo, agregar algo a la clase? No? Well, guys, it was a pleasure to have you here in my class tonight. Thank you very much. Have a great night.
Thank you.
See you next class. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you for the information.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice day, weekend. Bye.
Bye.
A good night.